China has warned the West about trying to play the role of big brother when they are actually the small brother. Why will you try to control China? Why will you blame China for everything that happens in the world, throwing out misinformation to confuse their citizens to make China look bad? Who is the highest mediator in the Middle East today? China, who is ensuring that Western citizens get cheap luxury items? Again, the answer remains China. Who is the highest supporter of African development today? The answer is China with the Belt and Road Initiative. The world needs China, and the EU officials engaging in confrontation with Chinese officials are not the way for diplomacy. Stay with us to the end as we dissect the world of technologically diplomacy. This affects everyone, so sit tight and watch. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. In Beijing, Chinese President Xi Jinping delivered a clear message to top European Union officials. China and Europe should not perceive each other as adversaries or engage in confrontational tactics due to their differing political ideologies. This statement came during the first in-person China-E.U summit in over 4 years, signaling a significant moment in international diplomacy. Xi Jinping's approach at this summit was multifaceted. He emphasized China's readiness to consider the EU a major economic and trade ally, and expressed willingness to collaborate in areas like science and technology, highlighting artificial intelligence as a key area of potential cooperation. This gesture indicates China's acknowledgement of the critical role science and technology play in modern global relations, particularly in fields like AI, that are rapidly reshaping economies and societies worldwide. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. Go to meeting, which took place at Beijing's Diaoyutai State Guest House. Xi also urged the EU to clear any obstacles that might hinder the bilateral relationship. This request, broadcasted by state media CCTV, underscores the Chinese leader's desire for a smoother, more cooperative relationship with the EU, despite existing tensions and differences. The EU delegation, comprising European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, European Council President Charles Michel, and EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell, also had a scheduled meeting with Chinese Premier Li Qiang. This visit was particularly significant as it represented the last opportunity for direct engagement with China's top officials before the European Parliament elections, an event likely to bring changes within the ENT leadership. Despite efforts to manage expectations for the summit, the lead-up saw Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi cautioning E.U. diplomats in Beijing. He stressed the importance of choosing peace and stability over entering a new Cold War. This warning reflects the underlying tensions and the global shift in political dynamics, wherein major powers are increasingly wary of each other's strategic intentions. The European official, briefing journalists in Brussels, downplayed the prospects of any major breakthroughs at the summit, indicating that no joint statement would conclude the event. This lack of a joint statement can be seen as a sign of persisting differences and unresolved issues between China and the EU. Further complicating E.U. China relations was Italy's recent decision to withdraw from the Belt and Road Initiative, a significant global infrastructure project spearheaded by Xi Jinping. This move, as reported by Italian government sources, marks a notable shift in the EU's engagement with Chinese-led global initiatives. Despite the reopening of China's borders post-pandemic, visits from several EU commissioners, including those responsible for trade and climate, have yet to yield significant progress on key contentious issues in the EU-China relationship. A recent visit by Barrow's Chief of Staff and senior EU diplomat Enrique Mora in November also underscores the ongoing efforts to address these challenges. A critical concern for the EU is China's influence on Russia. Amid the ongoing conflict, the EU is urging China to prevent Chinese private companies from exporting European-made dual-use items to Russia for its military endeavors, although these Chinese firms were not included in the EU's latest Russia sanctions package unveiled last month. European officials recognized the need to address this issue. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. Economically, the EU is troubled by what it sees as an imbalanced relationship with China, pointing to a nearly €400 billion trade deficit. EU officials argue that this imbalance reflects restrictions placed on EU businesses. In response, China has criticized the EU's anti-subsidy investigation into Chinese electric vehicles and its de-risking policy aimed at reducing dependency on Chinese imports, especially in critical raw materials. Last month, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang conveyed to French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna that the greatest risk lies in the uncertainty brought by broad politicization and highlighted protectionism as a dependency that needs reduction. This statement reflects China's perspective on the evolving global trade dynamics and its emphasis on reducing barriers to trade and cooperation. During Colonna's visit, China extended an olive branch by offering visa-free entry to citizens of the EU's 5 largest economies. This move, aimed at boosting post-pandemic tourism and improving China's image in the West, came after a period of strained relations during the COVID-19 pandemic as the world faces pressing environmental challenges. EU officials see potential areas of cooperation with China, particularly in combating climate change and promoting biodiversity. These issues, crucial to global sustainability, present an opportunity for constructive engagement between the EU and China, despite the complexities and challenges in their relationship. The complexity of the China-EU relationship extends beyond trade and political rhetoric, delving into the nuances of international strategy and global influence. The EU's concerns regarding China's role in the ongoing conflict involving Russia are not just about the immediate consequences of the war, but also about the broader implications for international norms and alliances. The EU is keenly aware that China's actions, or lack thereof, in influencing Russia can have far-reaching consequences for global stability and the international order. China's reaction to these concerns, especially in the context of its relationship with Russia, is a delicate balancing act. On one hand, China maintains a strategic partnership with Russia, grounded in mutual interests and a shared perspective on global affairs that often runs counter to Western viewpoints. On the other hand, China is cautious about being seen as an enabler of conflict, particularly in a situation as globally contentious as the Ukraine crisis. This balancing act is reflective of China's broader approach to international relations, where it seeks to assert its global influence while avoiding direct confrontation with other major powers. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. The issue of trade imbalances between the EU and China is another area of contention. The EU sees its significant trade deficit with China as a symptom of broader issues, including market access restrictions and the challenges European businesses face in China. The EU's concerns about China's trade practices are not isolated. They are part of a larger narrative where major economies, including the US, have expressed similar apprehensions. For the EU, addressing these trade imbalances is not just about economics, but also about ensuring fair competition and equitable market practices. In response, China has often framed these criticisms as manifestations of protectionism and politicization of economic relationships. Chinese officials argue that accusations of unfair trade practices overlook the complexities of global trade and the mutual benefits of China-E economic engagement. This defense is part of China's broader strategy to position itself as a champion of globalization and free trade, in contrast to what it perceives as a rise in protectionist sentiments in the West. The recent decision by Italy to exit the Belt and Road Initiative, a flagship foreign policy and economic project of President Xi Jinping, is a significant development. Italy's involvement in the Belt and Road Initiative was a symbolic win for China, showcasing its ability to forge significant partnerships within the EU. Italy's withdrawal, therefore, represents not just a setback for China in terms of this specific project, but also a broader challenge to China's efforts to deepen economic ties with Europe. Despite these tensions, the EU and China have areas of potential collaboration, particularly in addressing global challenges like climate change and biodiversity loss. These issues are of critical importance to both parties and represent a space where mutual interests align. The EU has been a global leader in climate action, and China, as the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases, plays a crucial role in the global response to climate change. Cooperation in these areas could serve as a foundation for building a more constructive EU-China relationship, even amidst broader geopolitical and economic disagreements. However, the path to collaboration is not straightforward. The U.S. emphasis on values, including human rights and democratic principles, often clashes with China's political ideology and governance model. These fundamental differences present a persistent obstacle to deeper cooperation and understanding between the two powers. The EU's approach to China is therefore characterized by a need to balance these values with its economic and strategic interests. As the global context continues to evolve, the relationship between the EU and China will undoubtedly remain a key aspect of international relations. The challenges and opportunities present in this relationship are emblematic of the broader shifts occurring in the global order. As both sides navigate these complex dynamics, their actions and decisions will have significant implications not only for their bilateral relationship but also for the wider international community. The China-EU summit and the broader dynamics of the China-EU relationship highlight the intricate interplay of diplomacy, trade, and values in international relations. As the world grapples with unprecedented challenges and opportunities, the manner in which China and the EU engage with each other will be crucial in shaping the future of global affairs. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.